Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Around the Table GTA. Today we're going to jump right into it. This episode is going to be about getting started. And when it comes to any type of adventure, any type of plot, thought, we have to start somewhere, and getting started is one of the hardest things to start doing. Even when you're getting into a routine, you stop and go, but 80% of our dreams, our hopes, and things that could possibly happen stay in the mind because we don't get started. It's easy to start at times, sometimes it's not. We have so many different things going through our head, and especially when we are trying to do something new, sometimes there's something blocking us. It could be ourselves, a lack of self-worth. It could be the thought of not having enough resources. Just for an example, when I was trying to stream earlier in the times where streaming wasn't as prevalent, wasn't as easy, there was limited websites, my internet was bad, but I still tried everything that I could to get started. A lot of people don't even get to that point. And what we need to do is to be able to set up a foundation. I did do an episode about foundations, but we're going to stay on topic. But foundations are what set us to get into our goals, whether it's a habit, whether it's a long-term reason. Sometimes it's just a very hard or strong reason to keep going. Some people, it has to be like a life or death, or sometimes you have no choice but to go and do it, right? I haven't made an episode in a while. Maybe I'll cover that in a future episode, but I needed to start getting started back on these episodes to get to where I want to be, at least with the podcast. Life always throws us curveballs, and I think a lot of people are dealing with curveballs, but sometimes a reason that you have in mind is just there and it's stronger than everything else. What we need to do is getting started. Consistency plays a part of it, motivation gets a part of it, just a lot of different things. But at the end of the day, if we truly want what we are setting ourselves to go out for, we need to do one thing, and that's get started. Recently, I've been working out, and a big major push wasn't even for myself, but I had 3 different friends reach out to me and say that they're trying to get fit and they want someone to make sure they keep them accountable. Me not being super fit at the moment, I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, but my out of shape is a lot different than most people's out of shape. My out of shape is actually pretty spectacular compared to other people, but I am definitely a good foundation when it comes to staying consistent and staying on top of someone or something, because you've partly made it my problem or my scenario or my goal. So if it's part of my goal now, I need to keep you in shape. And sometimes reasons for getting started is not from something internal but external. It could be friends and family. It could be life or death. It could be the elements. It could be it's time to be an adult and this is all I could do, or I have to do this because there's no one else there helping me out. I had a strong conversation with someone recently, and I was telling them that, you need to get started on your life and you need to do more, and the things that you're avoiding are not helping you, right? I saw this quote online which made me laugh because it's one of those anime inspirationals, but at the same time, sometimes throwing a character in there, it could help push that motivation, especially for some people, because they value the traits of that person, that character, that being, whatever it is that's pushing them. But the phrase says your lack of discipline is an insult to the people who believe in you. And, that kind of shook me in a way. Not necessarily for me. I was right on the process of starting this episode, and then bam, I saw that. I'm like, okay, that's definitely the cherry on top of me getting started with certain stuff. I had someone call me out because I've had this birthday idea since last year, and I didn't get started on it till recently, right? And I had one of my favorite people hold me accountable. It's just like, hey, what's going on with this thing? You told us to wait, and time has passed. And you know what? I just jumped to it. And especially like with all the chaos that's happening in my life right now, it's helped me also get started on certain things that maybe I should have started on earlier, but also the process of, oh no, like this scenario is happening. What can I do? Or we are going to constantly run into this situation. What's the best way to tackle this? Like currently, my workplace is beyond busy. And when I say beyond busy, it's the point where they're doing so much overtime, and we haven't seen this in years. Like I could say half a decade, because it's just been so busy and a lot of people are kind of panicking. But I've been through how busy it's been before, and with less material and less resources. So I've been able to be a little bit more calm during the whole situation instead of freaking out like some people, right? And I think it's helped me and my team just kind of conquer the challenges, leveraging our strengths and doing what we can to get started on the task and to stay on top of those tasks, right? Getting started is just something that is natural, right? And obviously, when you have a big dream or a big goal, it's always best to start small, right? And build up on that. We've talked about it many, many times, but think about all the things you started this year and how many you're still doing, or how many you've actually gotten done, right? I've been pretty successful this year. I'm very happy with my accomplishments. Do I think I could do more? 100%. Was I aiming to do more? Not necessarily. But because of certain circumstances, I am now doing more, and I'm 100% fine with that. What I know that I need to do is probably put less on my plate and focus a little bit more. We all have our flaws, and there's nothing wrong with having flaws as long as we know how to manage them. Even like if you look at certain video game archetypes, you could see how to work around it, right? I think I've used the term before where, you can't put all your stats, like all your stats evenly don't work even in video games, right? You will have your strengths and you have your weaknesses. So what you need to do is make your strengths so strong that your weaknesses barely show. Or, if you are in some type of relationship, partnership, if you're in a group, a club, a clique, whatever, you use your strengths to further whatever you're trying to do, and the people on your team will be there to help cover the other ends, right? If you're really bad at negotiating, you don't want to try to do everything. Get your friend to do the negotiating, right? Recently, I've been talking about the good cop, bad cop approach with someone recently, and I am pretty good at being a bad cop, surprisingly, right? But the reason why I'm good at being a bad cop is because in the scenario that I won't fully talk about, I understand all the rules, right? So when you understand all the rules, you could press on all of those rules and kind of seem soulless or very to the book. And some people don't realize that being 100% by the book isn't necessarily good on the outside, right? People talk about the law and people breaking the law and everything too, but like, how many people drive the speed limit, right? Have you ever gone one over the speed limit? You're breaking the law, right? So just to get back to getting started, is just that, though I don't want to really get started on that, but back to getting started, meeting, we need to get started if we have an idea, and we can't leave these things to formulate in our head, especially with how fast time's going, right? Like the last 10 days of my life has been wholly focusing on 3 individuals and making sure that they are trying to reach their fitness goals in the middle of summer, where it's a very distracting time for me. And with the other complications in my life, including work and including some personal things, I'm still able to juggle all 5 of these tasks while being mentally okay. I'm only saying okay, I would say mentally good, but I've been having a lot of work dreams, so I've definitely been working too much. And luckily, none of them have been work nightmares, but they've been interesting. I'll give you guys one where I had someone at work saying that someone was gonna jump from like the top floor, and they ran over to me, and I was just like, there's no way. And then I just woke up, and it gave me a giggle, mainly because it was more ridiculous than anything else, right? But at the end of the day, hopefully you guys are getting started on the things that you need to do. Just remember that it's okay to stop and start again. It's okay to forget about it every once in a while. It's okay to not be where you're at or where you want to be at, right? Everything is a progress, right? Like, let's look at my podcast, man. I've been doing this thing for years, and there's not a lot of traction. Mainly, I would say mainly because of lack of advertising and maybe lack of consistency as well. But at the same time, there's so many people out there doing the exact same thing. Maybe even covering the same concepts, right? People are using AI tools and making just AI videos, right? I could go over to something like that, but I don't feel that's authentic, and that's the point of my podcast. It's an authentic kind of different looking, observing, and directing kind of endeavor, right? This is a mindset podcast, and with the AI, I guess, maybe I should do one AI episode with just a script, and it talks like this or whatever those AI videos sound like, and see where that goes. Like, that's keeping an open mindset, right? But at the end of the day, guys, hopefully you do get started. We still have a good chunk of the year. It's still hot outside. If you're in the northern hemisphere, maybe you thrive in the cold, right? Getting started is the base process. Use a good day to catapult you into starting something new today. Open up an idea and try it out. Like, I did a juice cleanse recently, and it was something that I've never done to that extent, and I didn't eat food for like 2 days, and it was a lot less challenging than I expected. And maybe that's because I had the mindset already for it. I don't know. Try something new. Sometimes trying something new helps you get started on a bunch of stuff, because like, you could try something new and you end up being very good at it. So it makes you want to go back to some older things, or even push yourself to do more, because it's like, oh, if I could do this and I could do that and I could do this, bam. You're just getting started on a lot of things, but try your best not to burn out. And yeah, anyways, this will be the first in a bit, and the point is to get it started, keep the ball rolling. So check it out and share it with some people while I plan my birthday and other birthday stuff and fitness and juggling a bunch of stuff. So I think the plan is to do a bunch of episodes, and we'll see what we could do in that free time. Also in this time frame, I did the juice cleanse. I got to a specific rank in a game that I was playing, which I've been like hard stuck, so that's been great. I've been going to the gym, and I'm a lot more fit than I expected. Also doing more things to recover my shoulder, just so that my workouts will be better and I'll have my full arm movement, I guess. Yeah, I think movement would be the best for that. And that's also for another project that I'm planning to do in the near future. I still need to do a beach day because every summer I want to go to the beach, and it's been years. That's a smaller goal that doesn't really matter, but it would be nice. Either way, hopefully you guys get started on the things that you want to get started, and you could drop a comment, say where you're at or what you want to do, and yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.